Hello there. Let's talk about manifesting today. Well, when we talk about manifesting, we often understand it to mean attracting to ourselves something that we desire. Some of us believe that we need special tools in order to bring our desires into life. It's not quite like that. We manifest all the time without even being aware of it. And most of the time, our manifesting doesn't require any effort. However, some things I understand are more challenging to manifest. There is a reason behind it. Now, the one thing that we need to remember that is often overlooked and or ignored is the following. Listen to this. As within, so without. Now, this truth has been repeated throughout the ages. It appears in the Bible, in some very ancient texts as well. And I talk about it more in my book about the law of assumption and its endless possibilities. Now, what does it mean exactly? As within, so without. Well, think about it. Your beliefs, feelings, and emotions create your thoughts. Your thoughts create your actions and reactions and decisions you make. All of it combined then influences your external world, doesn't it? Thus, people and circumstances create your reality because you have brought them all into your life. And this is like a closed loop, meaning if your reality isn't the way you would like it to be, and you become disheartened, angry, low, angry with people, blaming others, etc., or yourself, well, then you need to look at yourself and find out what kind of beliefs you hold about a specific situation, person, people, your life, your worth, etc., etc. So the change has to come from within. You need to make a change within yourself rather than try and change the external world, which most of us do. And most of us have a hard time doing it. So let's look at these elements that create our reality for a minute. Nothing in life has a built-in meaning. We give it meaning. Let me give you an example. Let's imagine that it is snowing outside. It's sub-zero temperatures, and it's getting whiter and whiter outside of my window. So I'd go, oh, wonderful, how beautiful. Let me put a few layers on, my coat, hat and gloves, and let's go for a country walk. Someone else, someone who I know quite very well, would say, oh no, it's cold and miserable, and it's snowing. Well, I am going to stay indoors all day. So you see the same situation, but two different reactions to the same reality. So my meaning of the situation is different, more positive, whereas the other person's meaning of the situation is again very different, which then makes us react in completely different ways, which is fine. When I use the labels positive and negative, it doesn't mean good or bad. It just means that something positive is more inspiring, expanding, creative. Something negative is depressing, like a downward spiral, limiting. Okay, that's what I mean by positive and negative. Right, let's go back to our subject. So, we give meaning to everything we encounter daily. Now ask yourself, what kind of beliefs do you hold about, let's say, the situation I've just mentioned, sub-zero temperatures and snowing? Okay, you can expand it. You can ask, what kind of meaning do I hold with regards to my finances, my health, my own worth? And it goes on and on like this. So once we dig deeper, we are actually looking at the building blocks of our reality. So my reality is very different to yours because of the beliefs I hold, the meaning I give to situation, experiences I've had, etc. The same for you. So we each need to do that for ourselves. For instance, if a house is leaning to one side, if your house is leaning to one side, you would go and look at the very fabric that the house is built with, made of, the bricks themselves, the foundations, and you would either repair it yourself or get somebody to do that for you. You wouldn't go to the kitchen and look at a kitchen appliance, would you? Because it's not necessarily where the fault, the cause of the damage is. So we need to look at the cause of less than favorable circumstances, and it's often within us. And rather than focusing on that cause, the external outcome of it itself. So if a certain situation is difficult in your life right now, or something keeps recurring in your life, think about the beliefs you hold about yourself, maybe that challenge or challenges themselves as well, and the meaning you give it. Okay, and remember that every situation is a learning opportunity, and if we accept it and get curious about it, we can change it and actually change it to such a degree that becomes our the best opportunity we've had, which can change our life for good. Now, the fact that you have identified that there is an issue in your life is something to be positive about. If you've identified something that keeps cropping up in your life, is a start, because if something is outside of your awareness, you can't deal with it, you can't change it. Equally, once something is brought to our attention, we can dig deeper and search for the meaning, and if it doesn't serve us, well, change it, and the situation will change too. So going back to our simple example earlier about the weather, snow and sub-zero temperatures, well, if someone thinks that it's actually a negative situation, well, they could put extra layers on, they could turn the heating up, they can start moving, they can actually go outside and start appreciating the landscape, or they could move to a warmer country. There are a number of things that the person could do, okay? Or just accept it. Acceptance itself brings that feeling of peace, and being at ease with everything around me and within me. So acceptance is very healing. So, as within, so without. Well, it tells us that our reality has been created by us. Not just for us to learn, but also for others to learn. Remember, we don't live in a vacuum. We are constantly bouncing off of each other, even at a distance. You know, as soon as you think about something or someone, you are entangled with them. Remember, how many times have I had a feeling about someone and that someone would get in touch with me, even though they had been quiet for a long time? Or I get a dream and in the next few days I find out they not very well, something has happened to them. You know, we are entangled with the things and people that we think about, even at a distance. So instead of getting angry with other people, with ourselves, trying to change other people or change our external life, we need to look at ourselves and start changing within. Because once that change happens within, your external world must change too. It's physics, it's the law, it's the spiritual law of the universe. And this has been passed on through various texts, and some secret societies teach this, as within, so without. And I've been teaching this and explaining the subject in more detail in my book, which is How to Make Your Life Amazing, The Law of Assumption and Its Endless Possibilities, which is available now on Amazon. So remember, this is physics. You can't experience something you are not the vibration of. Let me repeat. You can't experience something you are not the vibration of equally. What you're experiencing right now, you are the vibration of. If you don't like it, change your vibration. Change your frequency. Now, we will discuss how to change our frequency and the vibration of it in the following episodes, so stay tuned, subscribe, stay curious, and start exploring this beautiful world that is before us, that we have created for ourselves and others. And there are endless possibilities and opportunities to learn, grow, expand. And I wish you all the best. Bye for now.